Hey guys, so my name is Courtney. I'm here to talk about my story of my autoimmune disease that pretty much took over my life called ulcerative colitis. First off, let me just explain to you what it is. It's basically ulcers on the inside of your large intestine that causes bleeding, frequent bowel movements up to about 20, 30, 40 times a day in most severe cases. And it can cause other potentially dangerous things that you would not believe. I won't go into all that, but anyways. So I got diagnosed with ulcerative colitis. It was mild in 2014, December 9th, actually. I was pregnant with my first daughter, and I had an unsedated colonoscopy, and it didn't hurt or anything. It just felt kind of weird and whatnot. It was mild. It was ulcerative proctitis. So fast forward to when I had my daughter, Stella, in 2015. 2 months after that time, I began to have severe flare-ups where I could not control anything at all. It was very painful. I had to go on steroids. It made me gain about 20, 30 pounds. I felt awful. I had roid rage. I was angry. I couldn't function. It was just all around a terrible, terrible experience. So in 2016, I finally tried my first biologic drug, which was Remicade infusions, where you would get an IV in your vein. And basically what that would do was suppress your immune system to where it would basically calm it down, because with ulcerative colitis and Crohn's disease, you are constantly being attacked by your body. Your immune system is like, oh my god, there's something fucking wrong with you. I have to fix it, but there's nothing wrong with you. It's just a bipolar immune system that doesn't know anything, and it's crazy. So the Remicade worked for about 8 months or a little less, somewhere like that. And I began to experience flare-ups again back in... It worked from May 2016 to like September 2016, and then I started getting the flare-ups again where I was using the bathroom up to like 40 times a day. My stomach hurt extremely bad. Like, I'm not even going to describe the pain. It's awful. And so I talked to my doctor. I got on Entyvio in February 9th, 2017. I got on Entyvio. Before all this, I had various hospital visits. I would be in and out of the hospital with problems, various colonoscopies, procedures, IV pokes that didn't work, blood draws that didn't work. I mean, I was messed up. I had way too much done to me. I've been through way too much. From at least for that short period of time, being diagnosed from May 2014 till now. So basically, anyways, the Entyvio works slightly different than Remicade, and it worked really well, and it kept me in a somewhat of a remission, and thank God it kept me in remission during my pregnancy with my second daughter, Jackie, where I found out I was pregnant with her after my first infusion with Entyvio February 9th. The pregnancy went very well. I was very lucky, and I had my daughter and everything October 6th. Everything was going pretty decently until about 2 months later I started again experiencing flare-ups. I already kind of expected it. My body was just like, fuck you all the time. And it was also very stressful because my daughter, Jackie, my newest baby, she was having GERD flare-ups, which is I can barely say the word GERD. It's a reflux disease. It affects them in the way where they would be like vomiting very often. She also had allergies to cow's milk, all kinds of messed up stuff, and it caused her to have colitis, which is what I have, but her colitis was brought on by the allergen to lactose. So I'm over here stressing about my daughter, and I'm like, oh man, I hope I don't go into a flare. I hope I don't go into a flare. And I was doing everything I can to prevent any issues, but it just kept coming back. It kept getting worse. And let's just be honest here. With ulcerative colitis, you're like shitting water like 40 times a day, and it's blood. Like, you're literally going through torture from your ass. Like, it's fucking awful. Like, I don't wish this upon my worst enemy. I don't wish this upon anybody at all. So, December 2017, I go in for a colonoscopy. They check, the prep is awful. I feel terrible. I feel sick. I can barely breathe. For some reason, the prep really fucked me up, like, bad. And I could barely go into the actual appointment without, like, literally shitting on myself. And it was just, the procedure is nothing. Like, that's like the least of my worries. The worst part is the actual prep, because you have to, like, starve yourself for a few days, and you have to, like, I don't know, it's hard. It's very hard whenever you have colitis, because you already feel like you're sick. You don't have enough nutrients in your body to just be okay. So ever since then, I had my colonoscopy done. I got my results. My colon was just, like, fucked up. It looked like it had been repeatedly stabbed over and over again. There was just, like, blood and ulcers, and it just looked horrible. And ever since that day, December 15th, 2017, up until my surgery date, February 1st, 2018, I had a heart rate of like 120 to 150. I couldn't walk from here to down that hallway without having, like, crazy out of breath symptoms to where I'd have to be like, and I'm 26 years old. I'm experiencing shit that, like, an elderly person would feel. So I was seriously thinking, dude, this is the end. I'm gonna die. Like, if I don't get this surgery, I'm gonna die. So I met with my surgeon and everything, and we talked about everything and my risks and how I'd be a great candidate for getting an ileostomy. And we set the surgery date for February 1st, 2018. I'm not gonna lie, I was terrified. Like, I've never had surgery in my life, and I was just like, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die in surgery. It's just gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I'm gonna die. But I didn't die. I'm obviously not dead. I'm here. And so I went in. I was fucking so scared. I looked at my body one last time, at my stomach, and I looked at the area where my stoma was going to be, because the day before I had to get it marked by a doctor. And I was just like, well, this is the last time I'm going to see my stomach like this for a while, until I get a J-pouch. I'll talk about that in a minute. And I just was terrified more about me living. I didn't want to die. I don't care about how I look. I knew I was going to be okay with the ileostomy. I don't care about how that looks. I could put bags over it, bag covers. I can make it stylish. I can make it me. So that didn't bother me. What bothered me was, am I going to be alive for my children, you know? So I remember being in the room, the hospital room, the operating room. They put me onto the table after giving me the Versed dose in my arm, and when they gave me the IV, it hurt really bad, and it actually, like, felt wrong. It just didn't feel like it was in there right, but my veins are messed up because of all the damage that's been done. It's got scar tissue up here, so when anything goes into my veins, it stops, and it hurts so bad, fucking burns. But I'm just like, hurts, but I'm okay. So I look up at the ceiling, and it's fluorescent lighting. And I'm just like, okay. The anesthesiologist is joking. He's like, you ready to get drunk? And I'm like, yeah, get me drunk. And they're like, all right, we're going to go ahead and give you something to make you calm down. And I looked up. They put the oxygen mask over me. They didn't even tell me to count down. They just pumped all the anesthesia in my veins. And the next thing I know, I'm waking up. And I'm trying to talk, but I can't make out any words. For some reason, my muscles in my mouth aren't working. My brain and my mouth aren't communicating. And it takes I don't know how long it took, but I'm just going to say 15 to 20 minutes. That's how it seemed in my mind. And I finally woke up, and they had this thing in my hand that was a pump. It was a Dilaudid pump or something, or morphine pump. And I was just like, oh shit, I'm in so much pain. But honestly, that pain was relieving. As strange as it sounds, it was so relieving. I was like, oh my God, it's gone. The infected, terrible part of my body that was killing me, my colon, it's fucking gone. Thank God. Oh my gosh. My surgeon was Dr. Lisa Hobart from Baylor College of Medicine, and she made me feel so comfortable. I even was joking around with her prior to my surgery. I'm like, hey, please make my stoma look pretty, because it's the only stoma I'm going to have for a while. I don't want it to be all ugly. She's like, gotcha. So anyways, back to what I was saying. I woke up and everything, and I'm feeling all woozy. I didn't really look down until like maybe an hour or so later, and I saw the bag and had shit in it, and I'm just like, whatever. I didn't have the energy or motivation to try and change it or look at it or whatever. I was just like, okay, whatever. And fast forward to the end of the hospital visit, I was just like I was trying really hard to get up out of bed and walk around, and that was the hardest part at first. I was having a really difficult time getting out of the bed and walking around and trying to make my body not feel pain. That first time you get out of bed after you get an ileostomy, I'm not gonna lie, it fucking hurts. You feel like your intestines are just all sloshing around, first of all, which is not comfortable. And then the pain in your stomach is just I can't describe it. It feels like you did a million crunches. But my mindset was, this is temporary. This is going to go away. I'm excited. Oh my God, I'm so stoked it's going to go away. Whereas before, I was literally in pain all the fucking time. My stomach felt like it felt like there were shards of glass being scraped inside of my body constantly, and then I'd have to poop, and I wouldn't have time to go. I would shit myself sometimes. It was embarrassing, humiliating, and absolutely unfair. But at the same time, I feel like it taught me something. It taught me to really learn how to not give a fuck. I know that sounds kind of weird, but it taught me how to not give a fuck, because I've given a fuck way too much about everything. And what I mean is, I've been petty before. I've been stressed out over things I shouldn't have been. I've been angry before about Facebook. I've been angry about friends not responding to my texts. I've been angry about things that I shouldn't be angry about. I'm wasting my energy and time on shit that it's just not worth it anymore. And all that stress just kind of it just kind of went away after the surgery. I don't know if it's because I'm getting older or if it's because I'm just there's worse out there. I've lived it. I've been there. And I don't have time to sit here and fucking dwell on shit that's just gonna make me sick again. You know what I'm saying? So it took me about 4 to 6 weeks to fully recover. As for understanding how to use an ileostomy bag, it took me about a couple weeks. It's not easy at first. You're having to change it more because you're not understanding how it works. You don't know how your body's still healing, so you can't really press down on the area as hard as you'd like. And it's not easy at first, but once you get past that first month, it's literally as if I've never had surgery. I feel like everybody else except I poop different. So ever since this happened to me, I've been a completely different person. And ever since I've had colitis, I've been working on myself. Like, I feel as if I'm the best version of myself that I've ever been. And I don't want to change. And for those who don't like me, I don't care anymore. Like, the people I've encountered in my life, I love everybody. I seriously really do. And that's never going to change. No matter what. I'm always going to love the people I've encountered in my life. I've said things that I didn't mean. I've said things that have hurt other people. But I've said those things because I was just so angry. And all that anger and stress, it taught me, I learned to not care about it anymore. I've learned to let it go. This disease has taught me a lot. So don't pity me. Don't feel sorry for me, because I don't need that. What I need is just for people to see me and to look at me and be like, wow, she went through this shit. She's not asking for any type of like pity. She just wants to teach a lesson. And the lesson is, don't stress out about pointless shit. Don't stress. Like, try and be happy. Like, you need to like be happy. And really, prior to all this crap happening, I was the most stressed out person in the world. I'm not gonna say stress is what causes all this. Nobody knows. There's no facts. But I feel like I contributed, and I feel like if I wasn't as stressed out and petty and stupid about words and what people think, I probably would have avoided this. However, I'm proud. I'm proud of who I am, and I'm proud of what I have, because I can teach others not to do it. And if they don't believe me, fine, I don't care. You don't have to. Some people can go their whole lives stressing out all the time. But to me, having ulcerative colitis and getting this ileostomy was a blessing. I wanted to say really quick before I show you my ileostomy, one of the things that I really like to do is I really like to help people with their issues. And if you have any type of digestive problem whatsoever, don't hesitate to message me. I know it's kind of embarrassing and it sucks to talk about it, but when I felt sick, I didn't have anybody to talk to, and I felt alone, and I felt like I just didn't have anybody. So I just wanted to let everybody know who's watching this video that I am here full time, as much as I can be, to help you out. So just send me a message or a comment, whatever, and I will get back to you however I can. If this is on YouTube, just leave an email and I'll email you. So this is what having a ileostomy looks like. I've gained some weight, which is okay. I'm actually trying to work out right now and lose a little bit. This is called a Coloplast Sincera Neo bag. It's extremely nice. Like, it's almost as if it's not there. And I don't have to wear it like this. I'm just showing you what it looks like. So you can hide it, tuck it away, as if it's not there. You could put your shirt over it. Voila. You don't want it anymore? You don't need to look at it all the time. No big deal. So anyways, that's my story. I just thought I'd share it with you guys. Feel free to share it with other people. I'm not afraid to be passed around like a joint. In fact, go ahead and pass that to me. That was a dumb joke. But yeah, guys, so that's my story, and I think it's important that we are all spreading awareness about autoimmune diseases. They are real, and they affect the majority of stressed out people. So, yeah, best thing to do is to just try and be happy, stay positive, and not let this petty bullshit that you see on your phone as you're scrolling through it 8 hours out of your day get to you. And in fact, let me suggest that you put your phone down for a little bit, because it feels pretty good to not be in touch with people on the phone, because it's just like on Facebook, it's as if you're staring at a blank wall and you're just yelling at each other how you feel. And okay, some people want to comment and some people don't, and sometimes you get mad that nobody comments. Sometimes you get mad that too many people comment. I mean, just who gives a fuck? Just can we just go back to, like, I don't know, like 1994, 5, I don't know, 2000s, early 2000s, before this fucking social media crap. You know what I mean? Here's a cheers to everybody who is willing to make a change for themselves, to make themselves a healthier person, and to be smart with the use of any type of substance such as alcohol or marijuana, or in fact food. We all need to take care of ourselves, and this is the only body we have. We don't know where our consciousness is going to go. We don't know where it's going to go, and we don't know where we're going to end up. And if you believe in something great, wonderful. I believe in my own thing, and you believe in your own thing. But let's just make the best of things. So, thank you, everybody. That's my first random video post. Hope you enjoyed it.